Thank you everyone for coming. My name is Kristen Lear. I am a fourth-year PhD candidate in Warnell. And today I'll be doing a slightly different type of talk. You may notice the slide's different. So I'm giving a practice 3-minute thesis talk. So basically what this means is that I have 3 minutes to give a talk about my research to a general non-scientific audience. And I am allowed one static slide. So that's this slide. So if you have any feedback for the presentation or the slide itself, please let me know, because I hope to be doing this in the 3-minute competition in March and maybe April. So just put yourself in the shoes of a general non-scientific audience, and we'll get started. If you break your finger, do the doctors put a cast over your entire arm? If you break your leg in multiple places, do they simply put a small splint on it? No, of course not. That's because although the overall problem is the same, a broken bone, the specific contexts of each break are different and require different approaches to fix them. The same is true with conserving the endangered Mexican long-nosed bat. Populations of these bats have been cut in half in recent years, in part due to human harvest of agave plants. You see, Mexican long-nosed bats rely on the nectar of agave flowers for food. However, people in Mexico also harvest agave plants for many important products, including tequila and mezcal. And when the farmer harvests the plant, they cut the flowering stalk off of the plant. For the bats, this means no flowers, no food. To help solve this problem, bat conservationists in Mexico have created a new bat-friendly tequila and mezcal label. To get this label, producers set aside a small portion of their crop to flower for the bats and make tequila and mezcal with the remaining portion. This sounds great. We still get our booze, and the bats still get their food. Unfortunately, it's not so simple. Mexican long-nosed bats migrate every year over 700 miles between central Mexico and the US Southwest, passing through states where tequila and mezcal are legally not allowed to be produced. So what do we do to help protect bats in these areas where the new bat-friendly tequila label cannot be used as an incentive? But rural communities are still harvesting agave plants for many important products. That's where my research comes in. Like doctors working to fix broken bones using the appropriate methods for the specific break, I'm working in Northeast Mexico to find conservation strategies that are appropriate for the specific local contexts of each area. It's like working on a puzzle with bat pieces and people pieces. I'm studying the bats and their ecology to figure out what they need for their foraging habitat. And I'm also working with rural communities to figure out what kinds of conservation strategies will work in each area. I've spent the past 2 summers doing community interviews with community leaders and agave harvesters, and it turns out that each community has different local contexts in terms of agave management and uses. This highlights the fact that it is critical that we design and implement bat conservation strategies that are tailored uniquely to each community. And ultimately, that's what I'm trying to do, to help save the bats by figuring out where we need casts and where we need splints. Thank you.